Yeah, Herbie, Notre Dame, there's a video of Marcus Freeman kind of getting the boys going before the game. How do you feel about their performance? Obviously, on offense, kind of took a little while to figure it out, but that seems to be something that they're going to continue to grow with the young offensive line in Riley Leonard. But is this the year for Notre Dame? Are we looking at a possible 5 seed because that's as high as they can go without the conference?
Dude, I appreciate you going there because, man, I walked out of there. I'm glad you brought him up. I forgot to bring him up. I love that. I love that.
Me too.
AJ knows him better than anybody. Played with James Laurinaitis, part of the Ohio State linebacking crew that was fantastic. Wayne Warrior. But he is an absolute – I don't know if there's another coach that relates to the players better, genuinely, authentically, than Marcus Freeman. And he's got Jim Tressel, and his style and playing for him. He even told me before the game, hey, a punt's okay. We're breaking in a freshman left tackle. We've got some new people up there. And then he's like, look at right in the fourth quarter. I told you, like he told his guys, we're going to find a way to win this thing in the fourth quarter. They're only going to get better with Riley Leonard at quarterback. And that offensive line is so young when they come together. I like the skill when they just, how when you look at when a team comes on the field, Pat, you're big on that. Like, wow, TCU, they're big. Like big. Notre Dame, through recruiting, through the portal, they look so different than where they were a few years ago. They used to always have big linemen, big tight ends, big D linemen, big linebackers. And their skill, it just looks different. They're long, they're bouncing, athletic guys. You look at their schedule, it's probably going to be favored in every game they play. The game at the end of the year, all of a sudden, with USC at the LA Coliseum, interesting game to remember and to put on the back of your mind. But Notre Dame is, I think they're mature. They got a great a group together. I think they're a team that's going to be in the playoff without a doubt. It's just a matter of how much better can they get and can they stay healthy? Because I don't know what kind of depth they have right now.
Massive win in College Station in front of that crowd, obviously showing up, big
no matter
lights,
what.
Everything.
Yep.
That's a huge win. However it pans out. Was he like that as a player, AJ? And he wasn't like this last year, right?
I don't know. Was he that way? Was he that way as a player?
He's pretty reserved. He was a freshman my senior year, but Marcus was pretty reserved. But I watched him in high school. As Kirk said, he's a Wayne Warrior. I watched Marcus scored 6 touchdowns and punt and kick and return kickoffs and do everything. So yeah, he was all over the place. He's a monster. But yeah, getting that's authentic. That's not like a thing. So no one told him, hey, go pump the boys up.
Well, it's like he's comfortable being himself now, it seems. That job is not the easiest role. Like being a Notre Dame head coach, that is not an easy, especially after what last year we go up there and I experience it for the first time. And I'm talking to Pete Bavacqua, who's the athletic director, and getting a tour of the history and what it is and where his office is and why his office is located where his office is in Notre Dame and everything it is. That's not an easy gig, being a Notre Dame head coach. So
that's your first head job? You're the head coach at Notre Dame.
Couldn't even fathom the pressure.
That's as tough an ask in the college game as there is. But I'll tell you what's great is he's being himself, like you said. But when you talk to him, I hopefully we do a Notre Dame game day because I'd love for you two to hang out. You talk to him, you become a bigger fan.
Oh, yeah.
Way bigger fan. I mean, he is as good of a guy as there is. And it's no wonder they're recruiting well. The program's doing this with him. I mean, they're just beginning, in my opinion, of where they're going with him as a head coach.
Shane Gillis said he would like us to refer to them as Tight End University a little bit more. They're
not, though.
Who is?
Iowa is, period.
Go ahead. He said, no, start listing them off. This is at a bar in College Station that we paid $400 for to let nobody in so we can have one beer with each other without,
sure.
And then kind of go through there. He goes, list them off.
Yeah, Anthony Fasano, Kyle Rudolph. I mean, Iowa's got
Eifert, and then I guess there's a guy now that they got, some Mitchell Evans.
Mitchell Evans
who got hurt last year. He goes, best tight end in the country, dude. Last year gets hurt. Everybody forgets he exists.
I mean, are we talking about guys being good in college, or are we talking about guys who go on to be like all pros in the NFL? Because I think that's, they're developed at the college level.
So Shane was taking a direct shot at Iowa.
Sounds like it.
Okay. All right. Anyways, Notre Dame Tight End University.
Hey. I will put some points on the board, all right?
Goddamn right. Goddamn right.
There we go.
Hey, who was not on the sideline?
You guys are the ones that do that. I don't.
Whoa. Kirk's back next week. Let's go.
Yeah.
Kirk's back
Big
next
one,
week.
too.
Can't wait to watch. And obviously that team could. No, why not?
Why not?
Why not Iowa? Let's go to the Talks table at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Big takeaway from week 1 of college football, Con Man?
For me, it'd probably be Notre Dame's all the way back. And this actually might be a new era with Marcus Freeman, Riley Leonard. You brought up the transfer portal in the first hour. They're a team that obviously benefited greatly from it. But, I mean, that environment, 107,000 people, and then you watch Marcus Freeman leading the guys out, yelling at the offensive line, which was the big question for this team coming into the season. Like, I am very excited about Notre Dame, and I don't really have much skin in the game. I'll definitely be cheering on BC, but when college football is at its peak and Notre Dame is also very good with that, entire kind of national spotlight that they get
every week
versus everywhere else. Yeah, every single week. It does just make the game even better.
This is just like whenever the Cowboys are good, it's better because they're on national TV.
Bingo.
They're not even on national TV as much as Notre Dame is. Notre Dame is on national TV every single game. So whenever they're playing great late into the season, which it appears as if with the way their schedule's set up, but it's like they're good at the football.
Yes.
And I like the Freeman's culture and everything. And I picked Texas A&M, was planning on picking the Irish for the entire year because of how good Dublin was. Sure. And then literally as soon as I got down there, they got like 2,000 American flags around that stadium, the biggest American flag I've ever seen. They showed up right. They had that midnight yell thing. I almost posted this. I was sleeping on a bus because I got in there so late from West Virginia. So I was sleeping on a bus near the stadium. Those fuckers were loud. Loud for a long time. Like, I'm laying in this bus, and I'm like, I could just hear half of the stadium's filled up with them just learning about the shit we're going to do tomorrow. And then you got people walking, and then I got the chance to talk to the yell leaders after college game day. I think there's like 4 seniors, 2 juniors, and the way they kind of get selected and how they go about handling it and how bought in they all are. And they have shirts that say, we put the cult in culture. And it's like they get it. Like they're all the way in. It was like, all right, I'm picking this place, especially with what Coach Saban was saying about the environment and everything. So Elko, I think, has got a little time to, figure it out down there. I think he will. He comes back after being a defense coordinator there, then flipping Duke into what it became and then going back down there. I think he'll figure it out. But Notre Dame going in there, we were talking to President Shane Gillis.
Sure, of course.
Who's famous.
Yes, he is.
I don't know if you guys know, he is famous. If he was to walk through A-Town, any of them, in the entire globe right now, just with a flat bill on that's lifted and like spotlights potentially on his face, every human would fucking recognize him.
Yeah, sure.
That is a matter of fact from social research and experiencing it. He is maybe top guy right now. Like,
truly.
Maybe top guy.
Oh, yeah.
And still, just want to see a quesadilla, dude. Okay? Just want to see the quesadilla.
Hasn't changed him.
At all. Completely loves Notre Dame football. Talking to him the night before that game and the way he was laying it out, he was like Notre Dame could lose this game. I mean, that's like a Notre Dame move to lose this game. But if we always lose this game, we always lose this game. And then his dad came and said, I don't know why Shane keeps saying that. His dad, who's a massive Notre Dame fan as well, and I think his dad played for Notre Dame. I forget how it all kind of lines up. But then Shane talked about if they win this game, though, it's like, because you look at their schedule now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're on national TV, and that's a big-time SEC win on the road at night. It's like, that's a massive game for them. So congrats to the Irish. Legitimately.
Yeah, truly.
Legitimately. Coach Corso coming out with that little
that was sick.
I don't want to say little. That's a little leprechaun. A little rude.
A little
He was
smaller
Part of the deal.
mascot.
kind of undersized or whatever.
Standard leprechaun.
That was a cool moment, man.